think we're live. Looks like we may be live.
We're going to figure it out, aren't we?
Oh, yep, it's live. I just seen a notification pop up on my phone. So, hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. Come on in. Give us a few minutes while we share the show out there. Lisa's got me discombobulated. She's on the wrong side of my TV.
We can fix that, you know.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just teasing. Comments.
Please share, folks. As you guys share, we will share.
Yes, please share the show. Give us a couple minutes. Hey, Doug, how are you, buddy? Bill, what's happening? Thanks for joining. Hello, Anthony. Thank you for popping in. We appreciate you. Thanks for sharing, Bill. What's up, Aaron? Aaron Slavic, how are you, buddy? Bradley Crawford.
What's going on, Bradley?
Glad to see all you guys. Give us a few minutes while we share the show, and hopefully you'll do the same. Especially with any Disney-related groups you're in, that would be, we appreciate that. Thank you, Doug, for sharing. Hello, Victoria. All is well. Thank you so much. Hope everybody's having a lovely evening today.
We are doing well, Brandon. How are you?
Hey, Brandon, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, Kathy Audie. How
Kathy and Audie, what's happening? Good to see you. Excited about tonight? I wasn't here. Oh, no, not Go Gators, Anthony. No. We don't do that here. All right, let's see. I got that shared out a few places. Yes. Aaron's watching a little baseball, little Minnesota Twins. Hello, Dina. Thanks for joining. Come on in. Oh, that's not a bad idea at all.
Character song. So what do you mean by that, Bill?
I'm assuming he means, like the animated movie, like, we don't have enough. You'd have to do songs in an animated movie. You couldn't do one from each character. Because there wouldn't be enough of them.
It's not a bad idea.
That's nice, Victoria. Got a little week off. Hello, Sandra. Oh, no. Brandon Humble said, go Yankees.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Brandon, you're on your own on that one, buddy. I can tell you that. I'm not a Yankees fan. I know damn well Lisa's not a Yankees fan.
No. No.
I do want to, while we're getting started, Audie and Brandon will love this. I did want to share this real quick. Our buddy Chris Hiller, who joins us quite a bit of time on Tuesday nights, I got this in the mail from him today. It's an autographed Greedy Williams LSU jersey. So huge shout out to Chris Hiller for that, man. I was like, oh my God. He told me he was sending me a package. I was not expecting an autographed LSU jersey, to say the least. So thanks so much, Chris Hiller. I appreciate it. I really do. What's up, Earl Munch? How's it going, brother? Hey, Sophie.
Hey, Sophie.
Thanks for joining. Thanks, Anthony. We appreciate you. We appreciate you coming every week. We really do. Earl Munch, my buddy from high school. All right, here you go. Bill says, let it go for Elsa. Be prepared for Scar. Songs that people think of specifically for one character. Is there enough of them, though? Because you need 64 to start.
That's correct. And that's the thing that is challenging about that. But that's a challenge accepted, I suppose.
Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate that.
It is. It's one of my favorites that Jimmy has. He pulled that out. This is how long we've been around. You pulled that out when the guy climbed the pyramid.
I did. It's true. That's the first time I used it. Brandon, it's pretty cool, huh? I was not expecting that. Chris Hiller told me a couple days ago, "Hey man, what's your address? I got something to send you." And it came today. I'm like, "Oh my god, I wasn't expecting this." And I was expecting, a button from the park or something like that. I wasn't expecting a jersey. So,
much less an autographed one. So
yeah, much less an autograph one. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. So me and Lisa thought tonight we would do. Get this microphone where I want it. Okay, me and Lisa was thinking tonight we would do a kind of open mic night. Let you guys kind of decide the topic and talk about anything that you guys, wanted to talk about. And here comes a good question from Earl. How was Galaxy's Edge? Well, Lisa, how was Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland?
Galaxy's Edge was phenomenal, and you won't be disappointed with what is coming on August 29th at Walt Disney World.
We just got an email in the mailbox today that the Disney Nerds podcast got invited to a press event for Galaxy's Edge in Walt Disney World. So we're all fighting on who gets to go run down to Walt Disney World for that and get it covered. But stay tuned for that, because once we decide who's going to be, we'll be sharing that and letting you guys know to be watching out for our coverage. And then also Rachel, who's usually with us on Tuesday night, she may be popping in later. Her husband and her daughter are both cast members, so she will get to do a cast member preview of Galaxy's Edge in Walt Disney World. So I'm sure she'll be giving us some.
Speak of the devil.
Some insight in it. There we go.
Done.
Maria, hello. Thanks for joining. Feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
Maria.
Brandon, he got it from Pristine Auctions. Yeah, it was a pretty amazing gift. I knew Adi would be super jealous.
Adi, I give you permission to steal it the next time you're over.
Get to vote on.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're talking about the March Madness stuff. Hey, Rachel, we were just talking about you and Galaxy's Edge and media events and cast member previews. Earl, I think they're supposed to be identical.
They're supposed to be identical. There's going to be some differences just in the layout, but they're both exactly 14 acres. They're both supposed to be identical setup, but I just think the second entrance, I don't know where the third entrance, how they're going to tie that in yet in Walt Disney World, but it was a pretty awesome experience.
I did see that Brandon Humble got his room booked for the meetups, so that's exciting.
Nice.
Him and his wife will be on a adult only trip with the nerds, so that ought to be an incredible trip. You'll be able to enjoy that. Hello, Mike. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for joining.
So it is a question-driven, audience-driven topic this evening. So please, whatever you have for us. In addition, we do have a few things coming up, right? We do have Food and Wine starts at the end of August. We have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party coming up with some new announcements that just took place.
Rachel, I think there is, for the weekend, there is one. I texted Heidi and Frank the other day. I said there's one value room left for the weekend, and I think there is one. I think there's one moderate and one value room left for the weekend.
And we added rooms this year.
Yep. We only blocked off one room at the Contemporary, and that is already taken.
Yeah,
Melissa took it. But you could call them. They may still.
Yeah.
Sometimes the values is the toughest ones because they get full, so they don't want to honor the discount. But at a garden room at Contemporary, if they're not slam busy, they may give you the same rate.
Right.
The meetup dates are November 8th and 9th.
Is at Epcot for our half sample-a-thon, and the 9th is our scavenger hunt.
That's correct.
So we'll be doing our scavenger hunt that Saturday, just like we usually do, probably at around 11 o'clock. Usually we meet up at 10:30. Now he feels good about himself.
I don't know. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to scratch my nose without trying to taking myself off screen for a minute. But when I came back on, I'm in my rightful place.
Right.
I felt like Sheldon. You're in my spot.
The acoustics are perfect over here.
You're in my spot.
Bill asked a really good question here. He said, how early are you guys aware of the dates for your annual meetup? They're trying to come down for a meetup in 2021. We typically, Bill, it's right now, we're pretty much landing around the second weekend.
The only thing, and you tell me if I'm crazy.
You're crazy.
2021 is 50. So do we want to be there October 1st, 2021?
You're not going to get group rate rooms.
You think they're going to be that big of a deal first week of October and for the 50?
For that ceremony, absolutely. That ceremony is going to be big. It was big in Disneyland. It's going to be huge, Disney World. I bet you that's going to be a Christmas-like show. It's going to have multiple things in all the parks, despite the fact that it's just Magic Kingdom.
All right, so probably back in November, probably the second weekend in November again. It seems to be a good weekend to have it. Maria, we hope you were there.
Oh. Yep, those dates are November 8th, November 9th.
The meetups follow November 8th and 9th. I will be there the week November 2nd through November 10th.
Resident?
Rooms are available at All-Star Movies, Coronado Springs, and Contemporary Garden View. Hello, Cheryl. Thank you for joining.
It is going to be packed.
New Halloween. We posted an article on our blog earlier today about some of the additions to the parade. They got some additions to the Boo to You parade, and they have a couple new additions to the party itself. Two of the cool additions to the parade, and please go to the DisneyNerdsPodcast.com and check out the article I posted today. But Edna Mode is joining the parade.
That'll be exciting.
And the bride from the Haunted Mansion is joining the parade.
That'll be terrifying.
That will be terrifying.
With her hatchet.
With her hatchet, yes. Hey, Tommy. How are you, buddy? Thanks for joining. Thank you, Adi, for inviting him.
Sophie, wholeheartedly agree with you. Yes, they will.
Yeah, no doubt. But I bet there's going to be some media events running up to that October 1st date.
Yes, I'm certain that there will.
Good stuff.
Yes, you will be in college. Hey, make sure you focus on school, and once you are get a couple years under your belt. We've been doing this for a couple years, Victoria. Make sure you do that. But we do this on Veterans Day weekend. I actually think my niece is coming this year.
We do?
We do.
Hey, Amy, how are you? Thanks for joining. Hello, Jessica. Oh, that's awesome, Jessica. Jessica's at the top of the world lounge.
Rub it in, Jessica.
So jealous.
Hope you and the fam are having a good trip.
That's awesome. I wish I was there with you. Post some pictures in the group. Do a live stream once we're done with our live stream. You do a live stream into the Disney Nerds group from Top of the World. That would be amazing.
So Tyler has asked us a question.
I'll let you go first.
For me, it's a no-brainer. It absolutely, it's Magic Kingdom. It's the first park I go to. It's the last park I have to go to before I leave. I do love the whimsy of Magic Kingdom.
For me, it's not so cut and dry. I think Magic Kingdom is probably Magic Kingdom and Epcot are probably tied, and I like the whimsy and the magic of the Magic Kingdom, but I also like spending a lot of time at Epcot.
So here's the thing. Here's the question, Tyler. The important question. And our answers actually differ, which I think is kind of entertaining. If you had to go to a park and not enjoy a single attraction, which park are you going to and why? And what would you do? I know the answer. I know Jimmy's answer.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I would go to Epcot, go to World Showcase, enjoy drinks, walk around the shops, enjoy the music, the atmosphere, check out some of the live entertainment. I like, and I mean, similarly to Magic Kingdom, in Epcot, I like to do the things that most people walk by. I like to stop and watch go Tigers, Missy. I like to stop and watch the band in Canada. If I'm walking by and the mime is in Italy, I'm going to stop and watch the drummers in Japan, the acrobats in France. I'm going to stop almost every time and watch them. With a cold beer in my hand, and I'm gonna stay and watch the show. And I think those are little details that a lot of people pass up. The mariachi band in Mexico.
So ironically, I'm actually still at Magic Kingdom, but I am at Magic Kingdom.
I think there's a lot to do at Magic Kingdom without an attraction.
So simple. It's so simple for me.
Bag of popcorn.
I did this once, either popcorn or some French fries from Casey's, and I am sitting in a rocking chair at the Main Street Theater or at up at they have rocking chairs over by the family restrooms by Crystal Palace. They have the rocking chairs across the way at the town hall as well.
And I don't even need a rocking chair, but a bench. I mean, just a bench, park bench. A thing of popcorn and a park bench, and I'm happy. Find some place where you can hear good ambient music.
Right. And then like that ambient music, to me, it's like a people watching, but we did this. I did this with you guys. We had wrapped up the 30th, and I was by myself, and I was live, and we sat. I put you guys up on a tripod on a trash can of all things.
Yep.
And we just sat there and enjoyed the ambiance and at studios. And I thought that was fantastic.
Mike, if you haven't had Spice Road Table yet, I highly recommend it. And I know it's not, I guess it's in Morocco, but it's kind of not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one of the originals. It's not Tangerine or Marrakesh.
Are you telling me that you like the limoncello, Rachel? I'm definitely going to give that a shot. That's the thing is, could you go to, and I know I've asked it before, could you go to a park and not do a single attraction?
Oh, that's great. Missy makes a great point. The ambiance after Illuminations is the best. It really is.
The first time I ever experienced that was with you.
Really?
And it was probably the first time we ever did a trip together.
Hey, Megan.
The first trip we took together for your birthday.
Okay. That's when we all stayed at Pop.
Yep. But we watched Illuminations and then sat and relaxed and stayed in one place.
And just sat.
We closed down the park. And it was awesome.
Yeah, Bradley. Spice Road Table is awesome. It's really good, man. I'm telling you. Last November, Me and Morgan, my wife, I don't know what happened. She wanted to sleep in or whatever. So I went to Studios by myself. Morgan came meet me over at Studios, and then we tried to eat at Studios. Man, it's tough to get food there if you don't have a reservation. So we like, you know what? Let's grab a boat and go over to Epcot through an international gateway because we know we can get something to eat there. So we looked on the app, and we looked on the My Disney Experience app and got us a reservation at Spice Road Table. I don't think either one of us had been there before, and it was amazing.
What is the one ride you wish you could ride again for the first time?
Soarin'.
Boy, that's Soarin'? Which one?
The original. Or the new one had I not experienced the original. I don't think it matters as long as you eliminate my memory of every other, you know what I'm saying? Like riding the new one again with the knowledge of the original wouldn't do it, but just
Right.
but the original, you know, just rewriting Soarin' for the first time, it's pretty amazing.
For me, I think it would be Thunder Mountain, and the reason why is the question is which ride do you wish you could ride again for the first time? And Thunder Mountain was the first roller coaster I ever went on, and I was 8. So not to give much away, but that was an incredibly long time ago, and I wish I had that first. Like I don't quite remember how I felt about it.
You know, another one that comes to mind is Peter Pan's Flight.
Yep.
Because I like Peter Pan's Flight, but for the line, it's fairly underwhelming. But I think the first time you ride it, it's not underwhelming, right?
No, and I have vivid memories of the first time I rode that. Thank you, Timothy. Because we were not expecting the bottom to drop out of that puppy. Ooh.
I'd be a good one. I don't remember it well enough. I mean, I rode it when I was younger. I don't remember it well enough. I'm gonna have to go do a YouTube video of that. Oh, Alien Encounter.
For this?
No. The one that you could ride for the first time again?
Yeah.
Because it was freaking scary.
I hate it.
It was extra scary the first time. It was intense.
Terrifying.
It was intense. I was a teenager. Me and my cousin, we were screaming.
For this one, this is a really interesting question because my go-to isn't my go-to right now. My go-to is always Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, but I just got back from Disneyland and I did have the opportunity to ride it multiple times. So I kind of got a little bit of my fill for Mr. Toad. So I think my answer to this, I'm probably going to steal Jimmy's thunder a little bit. And I'm going to say the Great Movie Ride.
Me too.
And I'm going to say, because shame on me, because I did for the longest time just the gangster scene. I think I had done it once before it closed.
And you did what? I'm sorry. You broke up a little bit.
The Western scene.
Oh, you got to ask for it. The Western scene was cool. The Western scene was cooler than the mob scene. Because it had fire.
Right. Like
the whole thing caught fire. It was cool. Earl, I've ridden Everest with the Working Yeti. It was pretty amazing. I can't believe Bill says Maelstrom.
You can't? I can.
It just wasn't a great ride. It was a little boat ride with one little fall. The ride is still the same. I mean, it's about trolls, Vikings, and oil rigs. We have all of that right here in Louisiana.
What ride do you love so much that you could do? You could do it all day. Hold on. I'm having a hard time reading that, Victoria. Sorry. What ride do you love to do? You could do. Zoe,
I don't know about.
I'd be shocked if Jimmy didn't say Haunted Mansion.
I could do Haunted Mansion quite a bit. I don't think I could do it all day. I think it would get a little old after a little while. I would say Splash Mountain would be up there. The People Mover, I could just ride that. Just don't.
Right?
If I don't have to get off, if I could just sit in the car and just ride.
Just with that breeze.
I'll just get the live stream rolling and we'll just sit there for a few hours. As long as they just keep waving me through.
I think I'm right there with you.
Big Thunder is another one that if you don't have to get back on, you don't have to get off and get back on. I've been during the Halloween party where you get on and they pull it to a stop and they just pull you back through and let you go back on. You don't even get out the vehicle.
Albert, I am right there with you, but I did just ride it, so I guess I'll. All right. Now let's do the flip of my question. What is the one ride you wish you'd not wasted your time riding? I have a few of these.
I don't think I have any.
Oh, I do.
I don't think I have any that I was like, you know what? It wasn't worth my time to do it once.
Nope. Astro Orbiter.
Well, that wasn't a waste of time. You're just a chicken.
I'm not a chicken. It's not for me. It's nothing about being a chicken. Just for me. I like Dumbo. I like the Magic.
Whoa. Astro Orbiters and Magic Carpet and Aladdin and Dumbo are not the same attraction. They're not. Astro Orbiter is much faster and it's way higher.
And you know what I don't like about it? It has nothing to do with the heights. The ride vehicle is grossly uncomfortable.
It's not comfortable.
That's my problem with it. I could go up if they changed the ride vehicles and they made them comfortable or fat people friendly.
Well, I mean, you could say the same thing about Seven Dwarfs.
I can, and will, and have.
But yeah, right. But you're still glad you did it at least one time, right?
Oh, I love Seven Dwarfs. I do love it, and I wish they changed the lap bar. I wish if they changed the lap bar on that, so that my thunder thighs were not, begging for mercy.
Bill, I wouldn't say.
Oh, I could probably even put extraterrestrial into that as well because who cares? Yeah, that was a waste of time spent doing that. But I wouldn't say I wasted my time with Stitch, only because it's got that Disney tie-in.
No ride really scares me. Nothing in Disney anyway. I wouldn't say
Characters in Flight, Victoria.
I wasn't scared.
Oh, terrified.
I was scared before. Once I got up there, I was fine.
It's white knuckled.
No, once I got up there, I was walking around. It was fine. The idea of it freaked me out a little bit because I didn't know what to expect. And when I went up, it was at night and it was windy. The whole freaking thing was blowing around like crazy. And I'm like, holy cow. So, Bill, I would say that Space Mountain is not uncomfortable.
I don't consider Space Mountain uncomfortable. I'm tall. If you spot that's uncomfortable for me is the front seat. So
yeah, I don't like the front seat either because I don't have enough much leg room.
Right.
The second or third seat. Now I will tell you, it's a little tough at the end of the ride for my fat ass to get out the seat. But once I'm in and I'm riding, it's comfortable,
I figured that out. It's like it's a tricep move.
Yeah, you got to kind of push yourself up and out. And probably if I was hopping in and out without worrying about a backpack and all that other stuff, I'd probably be okay. But when you're trying to maneuver all that extra stuff and grab your stuff and get out, I will tell you another one, Janet, is It's a Small World in the front row. Does not have enough leg room for me. that front row, unless I sit in the middle, because the front of the boat kind of goes to a V. So if you're sitting dead in the middle, you get a little more leg room, but the front row is not comfortable at all in Small World.
Similar, but not quite as bad as Pirates. Gives you that knee buckle.
Yeah. Hey, Margie, how are you?
Yeah, it is. I just rode it in Disneyland. It was so smooth compared to the one at Disney World.
If you want a little bit of a smoother ride, request the front car.
Yeah, because the back one will bounce on you.
It's the one that, the back one's getting pulled around by the front one, so you get more of the jerks. I mean, that's any roller coaster. The back of the coaster is rougher than the front of the coaster.
Right.
I like the Three Caballeros too. Much better than it was before they changed it to the Three Caballeros.
Rachel, remember when you used to count 3/4? Victoria, when you get as old as us, we don't count 3/4 anymore.
No, you round it up.
That's right. You round up your height, you round down your weight.
That's right.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Not the last trip I was there alone, but I think the last time me and Kim were there, we rode the ride in Mexico, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, I love Space Mountain.
Oh, I love Space Mountain too. I could ride Space Mountain over and over and over again.
Round down it.
Left side. I think the one on the right.
Enough, Albert, in order to know the difference.
I think the one on the right, when you're going onto the attraction, if you take a right, has a larger drop than the one on the left. I don't know if one's rougher than the other. Hey, David, how are you? Welcome,
David. I'm not certain. I'd have to pay attention. I think my least favorite question when I get on Space Mountain is, what side's the camera on?
So you have to remember, you're always going in. Both vehicles go like this and turn to the middle and go up.
Yes. And by the way, in the event that you ask, the way that the vehicle turns is the side the camera's on.
Yeah, whatever way. Yeah. So if you're always turning toward the other car because they both go around the corner and go up together.
Maria, the last day of the Halloween party is often November 1st. And there it is. Audie coming quick.
Audie's like, where's Audie taking Morgan's job?
Right.
Really?
Hey, Lindsay, how are we doing tonight?
Hello, Lindsay.
Is that like when's the 3 o'clock parade?
The 3 o'clock parade is sometimes at 2.
It is sometimes at 2.
And always remember, it's not the guest is never asking when is the 3 o'clock parade. They're just asking when does the 3 o'clock parade pass here. And it's if you're on Main Street, it's never at 3 o'clock.
At this point, 2 weeks.
We don't know. Don't jinx yourself.
I should be down there in 2 weeks.
Within the next 6 months, she's gonna make it.
I feel like I'm in the money pit. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It is what it's looking like. So in 2 weeks, I will. If I'm not on the show in 2 weeks, there's the answer to your question.
Means she's moving.
Means I'm moving.
It's coming. Be here before you know it.
Certainly not without its level of stresses.
I will not be here next week. So maybe Ed will join Lisa.
I'd love to have Ed on the show.
He's tough to get, dude. He's tough. I don't know if I'm going to have him clock in and put him on payroll.
Right.
Next Tuesday is my son Wyatt's 18th birthday.
He's not 18.
And next Wednesday is my wife Kim's 30th birthday.
He's not 18.
He is 8. He's going to be.
He's
Tuesday.
not 18.
Tuesday, he's going to be 18.
Hold on. So, hey, Lisa, David, like two peas in a pod. Earl, I am a huge Sorcerer's of Magic Kingdom fan. So the question that was asked was, what music in the park drives you crazy? David and I are kindred spirits. I can't stand that music. Tower of Terror. And Kim's not 30. Why would you argue with that, Brandon? That would mean that you're 30.
She has her shirt or something that says 39 plus 1.
The reason why I disagree with Wyatt being 14 is 18 is because to me, I met him when he was 13.
I know.
I met Wyatt 13.
I know. Doug, Tower of Terror. I love the I guess it's 30s stuff. 30 style music.
Maria, yes. If memory serves on where you
don't worry. As soon as she moves, I'm posting her address on. We're gonna let you guys know her address will be available if you guys want to go for a swim. Want to go have a drink when you go into the parks, whatever you guys want. Her address will be public. Don't worry.
Delightful. I love you. Really, I do.
Oh, also, me and Lisa were talking about maybe doing a meetup in September. A Wednesday night meetup after the Tuesday night stream, a Wednesday night meetup in Disney Springs. But I'd like to know who may be interested in that. So what date would that be, Lisa? The 2nd is Monday, so the 3rd is Tuesday, so the 4th. So that'd be September 4th. Disney Springs, we do some type of bar crawl, some type of pub crawl in Disney Springs. We'll probably start like Rainforest. And Bill, you could stay at her house instead of getting a hotel. You just got to clear that with Ed and make sure he doesn't have the place booked already. September 4th. And this would be kind of a live show meetup. Not like the big podcast meetup, but just a group of us.
We did this a year ago in
Tambu.
April. Yeah, at Tambu, and had a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
And I figured Jimmy and I actually really haven't done a solid trip together almost since then. That wasn't like meetup related.
So it looks like Albert would be interested. Sophie would be interested. Maria said, yeah, I don't know if that's in regards to the September meetup.
Probably the close to her, me being close to her. Might be.
I'm assuming Rachel would probably be in for a meetup, even if it's a Wednesday night. We're going to start probably, 5, 6 o'clock and not go too late that way. Cause I know a lot of you guys, how many, 2.
I have one official on property.
Well, we have the 2 meetups in November. But that's one trip. They're 2 days. They're in, and then I've got a trip in September. You should come, Earl.
Yes.
Lisa's house, the official Disney Nerds Clubhouse. I like it. Oh, the move. Maria, you going to be there September 4th? You want to come for a meetup? I know I can convince Chris Hiller and Stephanie to come. I'm pretty sure I can.
I will try desperately not to spill anything, Bill. That is the desired outcome.
Yes. Splitsville would probably be the end of it.
Right. Yay, Rachel's in.
Sorry, Anthony.
I get it, but being a teacher is pretty darn awesome. Ed is a teacher as well.
Yes, he is. Ed has been lucky enough to get those dates off in November every year. He does extra stuff on the side that he gets like comp days or something, and we hope to see you, Maria. It won't be the same without you there.
Right? So that'll be exciting to do, just a quick meetup that Wednesday over at Disney Springs.
All right, I'll put that together on the Disney Nerds Podcast Facebook page. I'll create no, Ed does not teach a master's course of Disney history. He probably could.
Mr. Blinsky.
Hey, John, what's up, my brother? If I would have known you were coming, I would have worn my Intercot shirt.
Still has it from 1982.
I do have it. It's in my closet. I was going through my closet cleaning out some stuff the other day. I said, I can't get rid of my Intercot. Can't get rid of my Intercot shirt. John would be mad at me. Oh, that's awesome, Maria. I'm glad. I can't wait to meet her. John, we were talking earlier. We did get the invite to Galaxy's Edge media event. I don't know who's going to be attending. I know I can't attend it. Hey, Christy, how are you?
Hey, Christy, how we doing tonight? Since 1997.
Hey, Brandy, how are you? Thanks for joining. 1997. All right, I'm gonna let you entertain them for 1 second.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. He did that, but then he didn't put me on solo. This is what happens when we leave him in charge. See what happens? He didn't mean to make you age a lot longer than originally intended. Hey, Brandy, how you doing? Congratulations on your move. I hope everything is going well in the new place. Oh no. You'll meet him. It'll be an adventure, I promise, John. It'll be there. Okay, congratulations on being off work. So tonight is question night. We have had several questions. Let me bring him back up here. He's back.
All right, Ulinsky.
He's Jeepers Christmas. What does it say?
Established 1997, Disney World, inside and out. Intercot.com.
Beautiful. Look at that. Can't get more than that, John.
I had this in the hat.
That's awesome. When did you order it?
Oh, it's a long time ago. Probably 2006.
Wow. Maybe you can bring it to, we should get it to John and he can sign it.
Oh, man, I need John. Me and John will never meet. He just said that. I don't know what it is. We can't ever be there at the same time. The one opportunity I got to go to the media event, he had a cruise planned.
Oh. And you're not going to be able to make this one. At best, I might be able to make one day if Sam can't make it.
Yep.
It's a classic combo. Get him now.
So there's a shout out for John and Intercot. Intercot was my first place to express my Disney fandom. So if you haven't been over to Intercot.com, go check him out. They got a great discussion board there. A lot of good information. Glad to be friends with those guys.
For certain. They're a great resource and great friends.
Bill said, let's do a spin on a normal question. Bill, you haven't had a normal question yet. So maybe your spin on a normal question will be a normal question. What country in Epcot would you replace with a new country? Oh, no. I wouldn't replace any of them. There's too much space to add new ones.
At the African Outpost.
That's not a country. He said, what country in Epcot would you replace with a new country?
Spot in Epcot.
It's not a country. If I had a yellow flag, I'd throw it.
If I had a yellow flag, and you don't, he's gonna pull a red flag out of his sock.
I need to order some yellow flags because every time we're around Frank and Heidi will say something and Frank wants to throw a flag. She'll say something like she's not a people person. I need to order a yellow flag for Frank. Christy, you need to get with Joe Spady and order a Disney Nerds podcast decal for your car.
Yeah, there is a lot of room to expand. I don't know what I wouldn't get rid of Morocco. So, Brandy, have you walked back? It might be one of the places that I would not get rid of.
Yeah, because it's an escape.
Oh, it is like you are in a different world when you walk back there. Talk about an immersive feeling.
I bought a lamp last time. In November when I was there.
Did you really?
Yeah, and I rubbed it, and I told the guy it was broken because the genie didn't come out. I said, "All your lamps are broken."
I'm certain he had never heard that one before.
Maybe not. There's a boomerang of me rubbing it that Morgan had.
How do you feel about the death of Communicore?
I mean, I take that with the same way I take every change in Disney, and that is, I'll reserve judgment until I see what replaces it. I don't think they've, it's been very, very rare that they've disappointed me in changes like that. So, I think I'm gonna wait and see what we have, and then I'll make a decision.
I think that's a really politically positive statement to say. Being like almost politically correct. I can see why people are upset, but I think it's the last park that was due for a major update, and I'm kind of excited to see what's to come.
Well, I am too, and I'll say this is that, Interventions has been dying a very slow, painful, miserable death for a long time. And so for them to do something in that area, I think is good and changing it, because I think it needs to be freshened up. I think World Showcase is much more timeless than is Future World. So I think it's important.
Here's an interesting question for you. So listen, first of all, Brandy, yes, please take a walk back there. I did it. I hadn't done it in a couple of years. I just did it in June, and I sat down back there. I was like, this is stunning.
I mean, you walk back in Morocco, you could feel like you're not in Epcot anymore.
Loss of air conditioned space for green space.
Yeah, but I heard that I've heard rumor that there's going to be a beer garden. So if they take the green space and do something like they did with Baseline Tap House, I'm all in, my brother.
Miss, you know what? I never experienced the Sum of All Thrills.
What?
Yeah, I didn't.
That was the one thing I missed in there, is Sum of All Thrills. Sum of All Thrills was amazing. To be able to go design your own roller coaster and ride it virtually.
I did it at Disney Quest.
Oh, not the same.
Yeah.
I've done it at Disney Quest too. Not quite the same. Similar, but not the same. Those Sum of All Thrills had them big robotic arms, and it just, flipped you upside down.
Right.
Me and Wally would just go like as intense as we possibly could and go ride it. It was cool.
Come out green.
Half the freaking ride was upside down.
Oh.
Yeah. Really good stuff. That's one of the things I do miss there.
I am eager to see what they're going to do with the front of Epcot. And then what's next? I said this last week. What is next? Because they're not done.
do we know about a new country and World Showcase? I know I saw that, but was that rumor or was that
That was certain. That had to be rumor.
Brazil?
I don't know.
Kuka Robots. That's right. I didn't know. I've never been to Universal, so
The Harry Potter ride. The rides in the Harry Potter section are really amazing.
I'm sure I would enjoy it. I've never been. Oh, well, there's going to be. I mean, there's going to be an ample amount of shopping, so I'm not worried about.
It's money in the bank for them. That's a huge. That's where they make their profit.
Mouse Gear is probably one of the best stores on property.
I love it. Although I do like what they've done with World
of Disney.
Disney.
Yeah, it's really good. I want to say Emis. I want to say I've heard rumor that Brazil too, but I don't know. I don't know if that was rumor or if that was something from somebody. Yes, Mr. Entercott, I've never been to Universal.
He goes down there and he just does not want to step off Disney property.
It's really not. Well, that's kind of part of it, but that's not really. It's just, to me, it's just so cost prohibitive. I mean, now I'm an annual pass holder, but before, I mean, you go for a week to Disney and you go for 6 days or 7 days, and to add an extra day to a Disney park is like $8. To go to Universal is like 180 times 4. So it's just, I never could justify the cost. And I'm a Harry Potter fan, so I'm probably more likely to go. I think
it's
Did we just compare Universal to It's a Wonderful Life?
Yeah, he did.
I've seen It's a Wonderful Life.
Who's petals?
It's a bell ringing.
It's I understand it. If you know somebody that works there, I don't think I've paid to get into Universal in a long time. So, but they have some significant blackout dates.
I know a couple people that work there, but none of them well enough to ask for that.
Yeah.
I mean, to ask for that, you got to really know.
You do.
Somebody well. I mean, it can't be just an acquaintance, because they get too much of that. They get that from everybody.
And that, Amos, would be the African Outpost.
Spain would be great.
We're not going to go down the Harry Potter rabbit hole, Bill.
No, just simple question. Which house would you belong to?
Me?
Yeah,
Slytherin.
Slytherin, definitely.
Without fail, without a second guess.
I don't know. I don't know enough about the houses to really answer that. It wouldn't be Slytherin. It would probably be I don't know.
No big draw. Yeah. Oh yeah, Morocco is fantastic, isn't it? Spain would not be a bad idea.
Spain would not be a bad idea. Brazil would not be a bad idea. Errol, you're on an island on that one when it comes to me, buddy. Yeah, I'm a lot of things. I am not a Trekkie. However, I do like the last couple of movies, the newer ones that they did. Huh?
The new ones are really good.
Yeah. But as far as going back to like being a wise, brave, cunning, or other, I would say wise. What does that make me? Gandalf?
Makes you a hobbit.
Wrong. Oh, my bad. Wrong franchise.
Makes you just in from the Shire.
Right. I'm kidding. I'm totally a Harry Potter fan and a
Holy cow.
Ravenclaw.
Oh.
Hufflepuff would be brave.
I would bet that is Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
They did do an amazing job with Harry Potter. I agree, Chris.
Christopher is another one who's going to be coming to the meetups. Can't wait. Oh, Hufflepuff is other. What the hell? They don't even get a designation. They're just other.
Yeah, he did pull. He did absolutely pull.
And that is not how you spell Gandalf.
No, you shall not pass.
My favorite Lord of the Rings scene is when the guy that had like
what, anything with Dolby? Oh, wrong. Sorry, there's a crossover.
No, the guy had the king possessed.
Really memorable, huh?
And he said, "You have no power here, Gandalf the Grey." And Gandalf whips off the gray coat, and he's Gandalf the White.
Ah,
that was amazing. I enjoyed that
when the dragons flew overhead.
I
killed all the.
I really enjoyed Lord of the Rings.
I went saw them in the movie theater, sadly, back when they did midnight showings.
I think I liked the Hobbit movies even better, but yes, Theoden. Yes.
Oh Lord, how have we lost this? Where did we go?
Where did we go wrong?
I let you go down this path. I said we are not going down the Harry Potter path, and we just took it.
And we went Lord of the Rings. We went beyond Harry Potter. Yeah. Let's talk about Rocky.
Great. Apollo Creed's my favorite.
Oh.
Moving on.
You know, Sylvester Stallone still has those damn turtles.
What is it?
The turtles, the pet turtles he had, and Rocky, the first Rocky, he still has those.
They'll outlive him.
Yeah.
At least that's what I learned in Finding Nemo.
Yep. They're not sea turtles, asshole.
152 and still young, man.
Dude. Van Noggin, dude.
You think I travel the whole ocean and I know and Sandy Plankton knows more than I do?
Cuff and Link, that's right. Good job, Earl Munch. Earl Munch gets bonus points tonight.
Oh, fantastic.
Cuff and Link, that's the name of the turtles. That's absolutely correct.
Did start with a mouse. Oh, did I swear?
You must have sweared.
I think I always do.
You must have swore.
My apologies.
Foul mouth.
Damn Yankees.
Oh, so what else? Any questions? We left it on you guys tonight. You guys have been kind of quiet.
They have been quiet.
Except for Bill. He hadn't shut up.
Yes, that's what I love about Bill. Don't be fooled. Don't let him rush you there.
Yes. Brandy, we are going in. Oh, I swore? Oh, so my bad. Damn.
It wasn't me.
Brandy, yes, we're going in September. We're just talking about that, maybe doing a meetup on September the 4th at Disney Springs. Do like a bar crawl or something. September 4th. That'll be Wednesday. We'll do it Wednesday evening. We'll start probably, I think, at Rainforest Cafe, since it's on the opposite side of the Disney Springs, and kind of work our way, Raglan Road to Hangar Bar. No, Christopher, I don't think so.
No, I don't. I was there at Disneyland. You got to remember, it's a different. Disneyland is a lot of locals. That's the question you came up with, Brandon?
I don't know what we're gonna. Wyatt's birthday's Tuesday night. My parents are coming over. Kim's gonna do a dinner for him. This weekend, we have a party for Kim this weekend. Brandon, you are more than welcome to come. I'll send you an invite. It's Saturday night. I know it's tough, but it is an adult only party. But it's at my friend Ian's house. It's a pool party. Yes, I am still doing the Halloween party on Monday. if anybody wants to come, let me know. I can get the tickets for you as your travel agent.
That I do agree with Bill. I do think it is.
We have done a pub crawl before. The only problem with a pub crawl is the monorail is a little iffy. Yeah, go for it. Iffy. Monorail is a little iffy. I like it. The other problem with a monorail pub crawl is most of the bars on the monorail are not big enough for if we have. Now, for this meetup, we probably won't have that many people. But for like the November meetup, we'd get 35, 40 people show up. So you can't, most of them bars, you can't just show up with 40 people. That's why we do it outside at Epcot, because people can spread out and you have the room.
I met Jimmy at the monorail pub crawl.
Absolutely. Yep.
So yes, we definitely are doing the Halloween party. See, Jimmy, if you are interested in that, that is September 2nd.
I saw that that they did end up pressing charges against those people that were fighting in Disneyland. That's correct. And the person who got punched at Tower of Terror did not press charges. I don't know how severe the punch was. When you press charges and stuff like that, then you got to go to court. Because you're the victim, so you got to go as a witness and stuff like that down the road. You got to go testify in the trial. It's a lot. So I mean, if it was something vicious, I guess it just depends. They did get a lifetime ban from any Disney property. So I mean, I don't even.
Lifetime ban.
Yeah. Yep, lifetime ban. Yes, Earl, it is. It is. Just so people can spread out.
It allows us to kind of group together or group separately.
You break up into different groups, and most of us with the podcast kind of meander through the groups, and everybody kind of does. Everybody kind of, mingles and ends up here or there. And, usually Joe Spady, who makes our Disney Nerds podcast, car decals, makes us a flag. I have one right over there that we carry. We got a look two flags, so you just kind of follow the flags around. But also, if you get left behind, we're just going right over to the next country and we're going to stop again. I can't imagine being banned either. I guess I'd have to start going to Universal.
I guess that would be the alternative.
Right. I don't know what else I'd do. It'd be the Universal Nerds podcast.
We talked about the Skyline service last week. It does open up the end of September, which surprised me because of how advanced or far along I thought it was when I was at Pop in June. So I was a little surprised by the fact that it was...
You thought it'd been up sooner?
I thought it was going to be up sooner.
You think it's just because they want to do that much of the testing?
Yeah, and I had just found out, I have a friend that's a former cast member. Somebody I know that's a former cast member that told me that it had just been turned over to Disney for training. I thought, well, at this point, we should be... Like I was told it just got handed over from construction to Disney to start the training. I didn't think it would take them this long to do it. So I wonder if we'll see a soft opening much sooner than that.
Brandon, I'm so glad you guys are coming, man. I'm telling you, you guys are going to have a blast. I didn't look to see what dates you're going to be there, but I mean, just for an adult trip like that, you guys are really really going to have a good time.
It's certainly it's always the best trip of the year.
It's my favorite. Yeah, definitely by far my favorite. I hate to say that though. I mean, not that I hate to say that, but I mean, like some of my other trips are like trips with the kids, and I enjoy those too, but for different reasons. They're different, and that's why when people say, "Oh, you're going to Disney again? And it's like, yeah, but every trip I do is different. None of them are alike. I mean, we go down with the podcast, it's completely different than a trip with, my two older teenage kids.
Right. For me, if Angela and I go, we could actually go and not ever step foot in a park or ever step foot on an attraction.
You know what's crazy about, you were talking about, oh, there's no way Wyatt can be 18. Because 2 weeks after that, Caitlin won't even be a teenager anymore.
I'm sorry, that's not happening either.
She'll be 20, August 13th.
Wow.
I know.
As my oldest niece and Bailey, my oldest son. 20 years old.
Crazy.
Good luck.
All right. Well, we've gone just about an hour. A little over an hour.
Appreciate the questions that you guys asked tonight. We like it when you guys drive the topics. It certainly is helpful, and I liked having to think a little bit tonight.
Yeah, you guys keep us on our toes, and that's always, it makes it fun for us. Because you get the truth, and we don't have time to plan anything. Not that it's not ever the truth, but you don't get a prepared thing. You get just kind of general reaction, which is if you guys ever listen to the podcast, the audio podcast, I am known proudly to never show up too prepared. And look, I'm not saying I don't put some thought into what we talk about, but I don't ever like to over prepare. I like it to be my gut. I like to go with my gut. I want it to be a natural reaction when I'm asked a question, not just a prepared answer.
Right. I used to prepare significantly for both live shows and podcasts, and now I feel like I don't do it at all.
Well, and when you just start it too, it's hard to. In the beginning, it's harder to fill the time. Because you didn't have like all the great people we have now watching that come every week that you can have those conversations with. So you're feeling like you're not getting the interaction, so you have to fill the airtime.
Right.
So you gotta be a little bit prepared to come up with some stuff to talk about. Otherwise there'll just be dead air, and that's the worst thing. But it's gotten easier and easier as we've kind of built a good audience and some friends who come every week and come talk to us. So it makes it so much easier. So, thanks, Emus. We appreciate you showing up, and all of you guys, Anthony, Kathy, and Adi, Brandon, Sophie, Bill, Rachel, Christy, Brandy. Thank you guys. Maria. I'm surprised I didn't see Chris Hiller tonight. I'm sure I'll talk to him later. But you guys are the best, and we really appreciate all you guys. You guys are what make the show so much fun to be able to come here and chat with you guys. Make sure to check out the audio version of the podcast. Me and Ed just did the last episode is all about the different booths at Food and Wine coming up and what offerings they're going to have there. And it's a lot of fun. Me and Ed had a really good time doing it. Looking forward to some of these booths that are changing, and some are staying the same. Some of our favorites will be back, and some of the stuff is changing. Make sure if we want to see your Disney pictures and feature them on our Instagram page. So email your pictures, any picture, as long as it's Disney related, any picture, you and your family. I like pictures. I like some of the stuff that's just pictures of like, oh, here's my take on Cinderella's castle. But I really like the pictures, the family pictures. Like, here's me and my kids on, Space Mountain, and we're posing or whatever. Email those to Morgan at thedisneynerdspodcast.com. Email your pictures and your Instagram handle so she can give you credit in the pictures. We're not trying to take your pictures. We're just going to feature them on our page and give you guys credit. Follow us on Instagram at the Disney Nerds Podcast, on Twitter at the Disney Nerds. Do me one more huge favor. Any of you watching, this is a big deal. If you can go over to Apple Podcast. So go to iTunes or Apple Podcasts, find the Disney Nerds Podcast, give us a good review and a good rating. It's a big deal for us. It makes us more visible when people search for Disney podcasts. We show up high. The more reviews and ratings we have, it's going to give us a higher rating and show us higher in the search results. So if you could head over to Apple Podcasts, give us a good rating, give us a 5-star rating and a good review. Say some nice things about us. We really, really appreciate it. We appreciate you guys showing up here every Tuesday night. Believe me, I look forward to Tuesday nights every Tuesday. It's a lot of fun. Did I miss anything, Lisa?
No, don't forget we are on Twitter. You did talk about Instagram. We are on YouTube. The Disney Nerds Podcast is on YouTube. So just check us out. And we do have show number 300 coming up for the audio podcast. And then you got it right up there. We do have a Dreamfinder Radio, which you can find right there on our website, www.thedisneynerdspodcast.com. This is where we have all of our Disney music constantly playing 24 hours a day.
The best app for to listen on the phone would be the Simple Radio app, and that's available on iTunes, on Apple and Android devices. So Simple Radio, and then just search Dreamfinder Radio, and you'll be able to find it. And make sure you guys always are checking out our patrons, our sponsors. DVC Resale Market, Nick Cotton and his group are fantastic. They've been really good friends of the show. Go check out their website, dvcresalemarket.com. If you're going to buy a DVC interest, buy resale, save some money. Talk to Nick or Derek or Marissa. They're fantastic. They've been on the show. They're really good friends of ours. I know they'll take care of you. And then also Kingdom Strollers. If you're heading down to Walt Disney World, instead of lugging around your own stroller that you got to worry about and all that stuff, rent one from Kingdom Strollers. You can rent it there for a very good price, and they'll deliver it to Bell Services for you without you even having to be there. It'll be waiting for you. And then when you're done with it, you bring it back to Bell Services, and they'll come pick it up. It's fantastic. And they have really, really, look, my kids are teenagers. You heard me talk about that, but just this past Mardi Gras, I was down with my cousin and her husband and their kids, and they rented a stroller from Kingdom Strollers, and they're very, very high quality, clean, good condition strollers. So
they'll deliver right to Bell Services. You drop it right back off at Bell Services. It comes with a rain kit. I've gotten a stroller from Kingdom Strollers, and they also do crib rentals as well. So you have a green koozie.
Oh,
that was very funny. All right.
That's cool. I forgot. I didn't think about that. Usually I have an orange one.
All right, Jimmy. Thank you very much for another great show.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And I won't be here next Tuesday. It's my son's 18th birthday. So we'll be having dinner and stuff like that with him. And then I think the following weekend, if everything goes right, Lisa won't be here because she'll be in the process of moving to Florida.
Yes, sir.
So keep your fingers crossed. Keep Lisa in your prayers that everything goes okay with her move. I know she's nervous as hell. We were just talking about that in a group chat the other day, and Sam said, "Oh, you must be excited." And I'm like, I think she's about to throw up.
I am.
So everybody keep Lisa in your prayers and make sure, just that everything's going to go okay with her move. Thank you guys so much. Keep September 4th on your mind for a live show meetup in Disney Springs. So, Kwaharini.
So long, everybody.
Bonne nuit, les gens. Good night, people.